So we're in Fresno, California. We just finished installing a Bradford White 50-gallon water heater. You can see your model number and serial number right here. You can fill out the documentation that's in this package and mail it to Bradford White, or you can go online to bradfordwhite.com. Model number, serial number, of course, your name, street address, things like that. Get your warranty going on the product. As per contract down below, we replace the flexible gas supply line. Those are one-use items. Most people don't replace them, but those are right on the label. You'll see you're only supposed to use them one time. So brand new flexible supply line in there. And then, of course, on the lower third, the adjustable strap, that's brand new, heavier gauge than what you had in there. And then, of course, upper third, that's required by code as well. So that's installed, and that's nice. Up here, we went ahead and changed out the ball valve. That's not part of the contract, but the old gate valve, I mean, honestly, if it starts dripping and gets on the tank and drains down and fills it up, it rusts out the bottom where the burner's at and whatnot, and it's all because a gate valve. So it's a $10 item. It's no big deal. Some extra labor involved, but with free of charge, we went ahead and threw it in there, so not a problem there. We cut back the copper, put on a little copper adapter right there, brass full port, quarter turn. So quarter turn off, quarter turn on, and then of course brass. Brass flows real well as opposed to iron pipe. These are Falcon stainless steel connectors. We've got a 3/4 by 18. It's almost a full 3/4 inside diameter down to a brass coupling and a brass nipple. And just real quick, we want to check and make sure we don't have any water. That's good. And over here, that's good. And that's good. Monitor this occasionally. Come out here and take a look. Look up here and see anything, any weeping, dripping, anything at all. Give us a holler. We'll come out and take care of it right away. So over on the hot side, same thing. We took off the old supply line that was soldered on, put an adapter on, and then we got a 3/4 by 18 Falcon stainless steel connector. And then here, the relief valve comes with the tank, so it's installed. This relieves temperature and or pressure. It's a safety feature for the water heater in the event something goes severely wrong. And then tied in with another connector. We brought this relief valve out from behind the tank. They've stubbed it out in the wrong place behind the tank, so we brought it out, stubbed it up, put an adapter on. It's tied back in. And you did, this was not part of the contract, but we did put in brand new vent pipe. So we got 2 adjustable 90s that kind of offset and get up there, and brand new piece of pipe that goes all the way up to the ceiling bucket. So that's brand new. So we're just about as brand new as possible in the entire installation. I think the only thing that is existing is this piping that goes back in the wall. That's existing. That's not ours. R90. This is our pipe. So that's all ours. And this is never under pressure. This is a safety feature. So this is a dry. Never any water in it. Put a little couple spacers in here to keep the tank away from the wall, because it's hitting right here, and it's as far back in the wall as you can go. So we just put some spacers in, tightened our straps down, so that's all good. Burner is lit. I'm going to leave this right where it's at on hot. That's 120 degrees, A130, B140, C150, very hot 160. At 140, 3 seconds, you got 3rd-degree burns, you're going to the hospital. So, and it says right here, scalding risk increases with hotter water. So I recommend 120. It's plenty for any family. If you're having issues with any fixtures in the home that you feel like you need hotter water there typically are internal adjustments there, or you may have a cartridge that's failed, and a simple cartridge replacement will get you the hot water you're looking for, so leave this alone. And then, of course, the pump, the homeowner opted out of the reinstallation of the pump. They thought that it was not working correctly. They're going to find out and monitor it over the next week to see if the water still comes as quickly as it used to. And if it does, then the pump's just abandoned right here, no big deal. If it doesn't, then they may want to come back out, get a brand new pump, and get it tied back into the bottom of the water heater. So that will be their project. Don't bump this around. It's sitting on a 1/2-inch copper line right here, just kind of swinging in the breeze. So just be very careful out here. Don't do anything with it. Additionally, you could, if you wanted to, build some kind of support from the ground, mount it to the platform, and bring it up here to help support it. But that wasn't in our scope of the work. Just abandon it and don't tie it back in. We did do a little extra work down here as well. The pan, they did not give us a way to disassemble it. They glued fittings on, and we couldn't take it apart. So as you can see, now what we did with a 1-inch male PVC adapter that goes through. We've got some huge rubber gaskets on there. We found these over at Orchard Supply. Really thick, nice thick gaskets on both sides, and then a little connecting nut. And so this is tied down, and what that does is if this pan were ever to fill up, it doesn't just simply leak out right here. Those gaskets will seal it pretty good. And then we went ahead, bushing, 3/4 pipe, got it tied back in there. So if you ever have to do anything again, you just unscrew that nut in there and pull this whole assembly out of the hole, and you can get your water heater and your pan off the stand, unlike what we had to do to go through it. So Anyways, everything is done. Burner's still on, so you'll have to wait a little bit longer for hot water. Outside of that, this installation is done.